Hello, I'm Sebconscious and I'm here to help. So, I want to start off this video by saying Happy New Year 2026. It's 2026. That's awesome. That means last year was 2025. And you know what happened at the beginning of 2025? That happens at every fucking year is that there was definitely New Year's resolutions made. And what do we know that happens during New Year's resolutions is that usually people do not reach their goals because it's a New Year's resolution. You know what I'm saying? And there's science to back that up. Why do people usually make a New Year's resolution and don't fully commit to it during the year? Why does that happen? And it's because it's a mindset thing. It's a nervous system thing. It's a belief thing. It's really an identity thing. Now, if you ever read Atomic Habits or heard of the book, what they're really talking about, the whole book and all of these self-help books, is that you got to change your identity first to become the person you want to be. You can't be just this person that you already have been and try to become something new. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're playing a video game, but you're trying to play a different video game in the same video game. You can't play GTA and Fortnite at the same time. You know what I'm saying? You just can't do that. You know what I'm saying? On a console, you're gonna have to exit out the game and then boot up a new game. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what you have to do if you want to reach anything that is outside of yourself in this life. You know what I'm saying? So boom, 2026, I invite everybody to give up on their dreams. Give up on chasing your dream. Please do that. I know it sounds like a bummer and it sounds like I'm being like negative, but I'm really not. I'm really trying to help. I'm subconscious and I'm here to help. So what do I mean by do not chase your dreams? Chasing your dreams, we all said, oh, this year my New Year's resolution is to chase my dreams, and that's awesome. You should always want to change your reality to meet your desired reality. But the thing is, the way we doing it is totally backwards and wrong, and it's not your fault. It's not my fault. It's not your mama's fault. It's not anybody's fault. You know what I'm saying? It's just the way we got it, the way it is. That's just the way it is. That's how we grew up. You can blame society, societal programming. You could blame what you've been told and how you grew up and your circumstances and all that stuff. But I want us to all just put that in the past. Put that in the past. Put that in the past. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you got to close the game to start up a new game. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you got to do with your identity. What do you mean chasing your dreams? I really want us to just sit down and like think about that. You know what I'm saying? Think about, what does that mean? Let's say I want to be an actor, right? And my New Year's resolution is to go out and chase my dreams, man. I want to chase my dreams. So I'm going to go to Hollywood Boulevard and I'm going to just do my thing until I'm finally recognized. You know what I'm saying? You do that, go to Hollywood Boulevard, and you know what I'm saying, 9 times out of 10 you might become a crackhead. Like, you might become a bum. You just might. You might just join the statistic of unemployment in California. But what I'm really trying to say is nothing is external. Nothing is external. So what I mean when I say give up on chasing your dreams, I'm not saying like, well, yeah, give up on your dreams too, because you are not sleeping, bro. We're all awake. This is the most awake we ever been. It's 2026 and things are different now, bro. This is the most awake we have ever been, bro. So stop sleeping, because that's when dreams are active, right? The American dream only work when you're asleep. Your dreams only work when you're sleeping. So how about you wake up and change reality to match your dreams? You know what I'm saying? Dreams to reality, right? Or is it really reality is a dream and then we just gonna change reality to match the dream that we dreamt? You know what I'm saying? So do not chase your dreams, because it's a subtle way of saying all of my dreams exist externally, when really, like, we're all creators, bro. We all creators. We didn't come here to struggle. We didn't come here to do none of that bullcorn. We didn't come here to do none of that. You know what I'm saying? None of that, bro. We came here to create. What if I told you that the thing that created everything, the trees, rocks, planets, the universe, stars, you know what I'm saying, animals, what if I told you the thing that created that is also in you? You know what I'm saying? We're humans. When you were born, you didn't create your body, bro. You didn't create this body. You didn't create your lungs. You didn't create your heart, your veins, none of it. You know what I'm saying? You're just piloting it. You're driving a car. You know what I'm saying? You didn't build the car. You bought it from the dealership. You know what I'm saying? And now you're driving it. So with that logic, we are a version of God. We are creators made in God's image. So by you saying, I'm gonna chase my dreams, in a way, you're really limiting yourself, right? So what I invite all of us to do to change it up, because it's like every year we wanna chase our dreams. Every year we wanna become a singer, a dancer, and then it just never happens because I gotta go to work, I gotta go to school, I gotta take my fish out for a walk every day, and I don't have any time. You know what I'm saying? Like, we let our circumstances, our external reality bullshit us. We let our external reality and our circumstances and our situations and the stories that we tell ourselves every single day, we let that limit us, man. We let that keep us in the same box. And most people stay in the same box until they're dead. You know what I'm saying? They never really access that creative power that was instilled into them at the moment the sperm hit the egg. You know what I'm saying? So what I invite all of us to do is to become the person that lives those dreams instead of being the person that just dreams them. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you can see within your mind, it can come out into external reality where you can actually experience it. Because what we don't realize is that not only is life already obeying us to some certain degree, we are unconscious of it. You know what I'm saying? A wise guy once said, your day-to-day life is a direct mirror of your internal reality. And that is true to a certain degree, right? Because, you know what I'm saying, everybody has their own life. Think of somebody who is really abundant and can just do whatever they want to, and they always hit their goals, and they always you know what I'm saying, they're living the life that they want. And compare that to, you know what I'm saying, maybe even yourself. You know what I'm saying? Maybe somebody who isn't living the way they want to, and all that stuff. There really is no difference between the two. You know what I'm saying? It's really just a mindset thing, a belief thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, reality is obeying us to a certain degree. And if you're broke, it's because you believe that you're broke. You know what I'm saying? If you have troubles in like romantic relationships or getting a girlfriend or a boyfriend, it's really your problem. It's not the person you're in a relationship with or the people that you keep attracting, because there's a reason why you keep attracting this same type of person, and it's because that's all in here. So instead of chasing your dreams externally, let's go in to our nervous system, our mind, our subconscious mind, our conscious mind, you know what I'm saying, and really like connect with the player instead of this character. You know what I'm saying? Because you are not you just think you are. And we all think that we are a person or ourselves, but whole time we're just being played by a player, and that player is the real you, the higher self, right? What most of us call it in this spiritual community or whatever. It's the higher self. So if we was to contact our higher self, what do you think would happen? You know what I'm saying? Like, our higher self would know what to do. Intuition, right? Our higher self would know what will really fulfill us in this life, what we really want to experience. Let's go back to the person who want to be an actor. That person who want to be an actor, let's say they actually do get a gig or a role in a movie or something, but they never did the internal work. They might even end up self-sabotaging themselves. Like somebody who wants a job or a promotion, but they don't think they're worthy of having the promotion. Vibrationally, they are self-sabotaging themselves because it's their vibration. So, like I said, your dreams are not external. What do I mean by that? So there are three, I don't know, portions, compartments, versions. There are three realities that we exist on: the physical, the mental, and then there's the spiritual plane. Remember when I said that we are connected to that thing, God's source consciousness or God's source universe, that made everything? That is the all, like in the Hermetic principles, the all is mind is all. You know what I'm saying? We exist in the all. Your desired reality exists in the all. The all encompasses everything, right? And then below that would be the mental plane of reality. That's where that little voice you hear all the time exists. That's where we think. That's where our thoughts come through. And then there's the physical. I got a big problem with the physical, because we come into the physical plane and we think, boom, that's all there is. And that's why people stay in the same box until they die. You know what I'm saying? Because we think that this physical reality is all there is. What if I was to tell you all the light that you see, this person that you seeing on your screen, is only 0.035% of the whole light spectrum? That's literally less than 1% of the light spectrum. We don't even see. We can't even experience. You know what I'm saying? So there's so much that we do not know. And another example I like to bring out a lot is atoms. If you was to zoom in on an atom, there's a lot of space in between the proton, neutron, and electrons. There's also a lot of space between each atom. You know what I'm saying? So in that space, between that space, because there's a long space, like think of the stars in the sky. See how separated they are? You know what I'm saying? But we perceive it as one thing. You know what I'm saying? But really, there's a bunch of stuff going on here. It's vibrating. It's always moving. You know what I'm saying? So what encompasses that space in between is energy. There's more energy in this physical plane than there is actual matter. You know what I'm saying? So none of that bullshit that you be telling yourself actually matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, your circumstances doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Your boyfriend or your girlfriend just broke up with you, doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of that stuff, the external, really doesn't matter. So by you saying I'm gonna chase my dreams, you're gonna chase your dreams into what? You're gonna go out and set off into what? You know what I'm saying? What if we went inside of ourselves and cultivated the person that lives the dream? You know what I'm saying? Because you want to be vibrationally attractive to your dreams, and that's why you've never really manifested them. Is because you yourself might not even believe that, you know what I'm saying, you're capable of such a thing. It's just an idea. It's just a dream. It's just a dream that you cannot experience, you know what I'm saying, further than your mind. So the physical plane, the smallest portion of reality, right? And that's where we're locked in at. You know what I'm saying? What if we came up into the mental? What if we came up into the all, into the spiritual plane? You know what I'm saying? What happens then? We are capable of so many things that it makes superpowers like flying like Superman, boring. We're capable of so much stuff that flying is boring. Your superpowers are way better than flying. And I want to get into that. You know what I'm saying? So boom, your desired reality, it exists, right? It exists. We were born with higher faculties that your dog doesn't have, your fish can't have, your, you know what I'm saying, that these animals, that's what separates us between animals, is that we have higher faculties that are a mirror reflection of God's faculties, God's abilities. You know what I mean? So in our own way, we are mini gods of our own life. And that manifests physically into your body. You have whole ecosystems in your gut microbiome, you know what I'm saying? We have all kind of bacteria keeping us healthy, living. They going to their 9 to 5, you know what I'm saying? They driving whatever. They living inside of you. But really what I'm trying to say is that, you know what I'm saying, that exists on the spiritual plane. We are gods of our own reality. So with that being said, how can the external dictate you? And that's what happens, and that's why we never really reach our dreams, is because we go out and chase them, and then the first obstacle we hit, you know what I'm saying, we fold to it. We fold because our nervous system is not ready, our identity has not shifted, our mind is still the same. We still think, act, and believe the way we did yesterday. You know what I mean? So be the person. Whatever you want to do. Let's say you want to be a singer, right? Why you want to be a singer? First off, why you want to be a singer? Because sometimes when we want to be something, it ain't even really what we want to do. It's not even really what will fulfill us to the max, like how our higher self knows. You know what I'm saying? So go within. You need to calm down you got to calm down your nervous system. You have to change your nervous system. You have to change your identity. You know what I'm saying? And then be the creator, because you can be anything. I like to say that we're in a constant state of superposition, right? If you don't know what superposition is, look up Schrodinger's cat. And if you don't know what Schrodinger's cat, here's a short summary of it. Basically, it's an experiment, right? It's like a quantum mechanics thing. You have a cat and a bomb. You put them both in a box. You know what I'm saying? Either the cat gonna live or the bomb is gonna blow up, right? But when they're both in the box at the same time and the bomb hasn't gone off and you don't really know what's going on, the cat and the bomb are both in a state of superposition, right? Superposition meaning that both is happening at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Until we see the outcome. So that's like us. We are constantly in a state of superposition. We can be anything that we want. We can be a dancer, a singer, a politician, a rapper, a boxer, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But it's just that we keep ourselves in the same timeline because we obey to the same things every single day. Every single day. We obey. You know what I'm saying? We just obey to external reality, and that's what keeps people in their box for so long. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, go within, learn yourself. I'm sure you heard, if you're in the spiritual, if you've been in the spiritual community for a long time, or if you've ever meditated, that I'm sure you heard of the thing that you're the observer and not your thoughts. And that makes sense, right? Because how can you hear your thoughts if it's in your head? Because you're observing them, right? You're observing them. You're not really this body. It's just that it seems that you are, because this is what we can experience. We experience our external reality through our physical senses, sight, touch, feeling, hearing, all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we think is it. We think that's all. You know what I'm saying? Because we never really let ourselves experience anything higher than that. Like I said, we were born with higher faculties. What are those? Imagination. Your dog does not have imagination. You know what I'm saying? Focus. We can focus on a picture that we made in our mind. You know what I mean? We have intuition. Dogs don't have that. Owls don't have that. Rats, zebra, donkey, they don't have none of that higher faculty stuff. And why? Because they're not reflections of God. They are not mini gods like us. You know what I mean? So we can literally go inside of ourselves, create, heal ourselves. We can do anything we want to. It's just that we never really let ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We never really explored that part of ourselves. And I invite you to do that this year, 2026. Don't chase your dreams. How about you just chase yourself? You just indulge in yourself. Follow yourself. Follow your dreams. That's cool too. That's a nicer way of putting it. But really, it still sounds like it's external. You know what I mean? Cultivate the dream in your mind and act, feel, and believe as the person who already exists on that plane. Because like I said, remember the Hermetic law or the Hermetic principles where all is mind, all is everything. The all encapsulates everything. The all encapsulates everything, even your desired reality. Quantum physics says there's infinite parallel universes that we exist on at all times. You ever heard of everything all at once, or everything everywhere all at once? You know what I mean? That's this. You know what I'm saying? What if I told you when you're dreaming, you're actually just experiencing another reality? Would you believe me? I don't know. You probably wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? But this is the truth. This is the truth, bro. This is the truth, man. This is the truth. You know what I'm saying? So it exists. It exists. Whatever desired reality you want to be on, it exists. The thing is, it's just that you're on a different timeline because you're not acting as that person who lives on that timeline. That person thinks, acts, and believes differently than you do. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, it's still you. And you can tap into that person if you calm down your mind. That's why they say meditation is so important, because really what meditation is doing is taking you away from this ego and putting you on the player. You gotta exit out the game to start up another game. You can't play GTA and Fortnite at the same time. You can't. You can't. You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So exit out this identity, say goodbye to it, because really what this identity is that we've been operating on has been made. It's been made by passed on beliefs from your family. It's been made from circumstances that you've experienced in your childhood, your trauma. It's been made from your teachers in school telling you can't do this, you can do this. You know what I mean? Versus the created. And that's the person who you're trying to be. The person who's living your desired reality has been created. Why? Because you are a creator. So give up on the person that has been made, externally made, and be the person who is created internally by you. You know what I mean? By using your God source universe energy that you've been born with. Do not chase your dreams. 2026, do not chase your dreams. Instead, be them. Instead, be them. So you can experience them on a physical level, because it already exists. It already exists on the spiritual plane, in the all, in the, you know what I'm saying? It exists. You just got to get there. How do you get there? Calm down your nervous system. Exit out of your ego. Exit out of the game you're playing. Stop telling yourself the same limiting beliefs, the same story over and over again. It's hard to get money. It's hard to find love. Love is rare. When really all of those things is abundant. Everything is abundant. Money is being printed every single day. You think that there's other people that deserve having all of this money over you? That's like telling God, hey God, you're broke, man. You're broke. How can you tell God he broke when he made all of this? He made money. She made money. It made money. You know what I'm saying? Don't matter. God source universe. That's what I like to call it, because it's everything. You know what I'm saying? God, source, universe. There's people who just call it source. There's people who just call it universe. People just call it God. God, source, universe. God, source, universe. I like that the most. You know what I'm saying? And that's who and what we really are to our core. You know what I'm saying? Jesus said you could do everything that he does and more. Bruh, this dude turned water into wine. This dude walked on water. He said you could do that too? Bruh, I wouldn't take that lightly, and I don't. You know what I'm saying? Bro, we are literally mirror reflections of God. We should start acting like it more and see what happens. You know what I mean? Why do you think that we always go through the same thing every year? We set up a new resolution, New Year's resolution, and we never hit it. We want to do these things, these big things that hit us, but we never really do it because we got the game backwards, man. We're telling ourselves, I'll be happy once. I'll be happy once I get the job. I'll be happy once I get the promotion. I'll be happy once I have this much money. I'll be happy once I get this much views, or I'll be happy when I'll be happy when I'll be happy. I had a friend tell me, oh yeah, I want to be a singer, but I don't think I'll be ready until I lose weight because everybody who's famous is attractive. Bro, what he telling himself he can't do it now. That's like literally telling God you cannot do. That's literally like limiting God. You're trying to limit God. You can't do that. You can't do that. And it's because we live in this ego. The ego is always trying to make a logical solution, rationalize things, and understand things, when really the whole process of you going into your desired reality, your dream life, is an illogical process. The whole process is illogical. Because I'm telling you, meditate, calm down your nervous system, go talk to your, or go tune into your higher self, and you know what I'm saying, start acting, thinking, believing as the person that you want to be. That doesn't make fucking sense. It's illogical to the ego, but it makes 100% sense to the spiritual plane. You know what I'm saying? The whole process is illogical, bro. You're not gonna believe it. You're not gonna believe it. You're not gonna believe it. But you still going down that logical path that we've always been on. That's the made character. That is the made character. That is the person that has been made, molded by external circumstances, versus the created person who is illogical but still gets everything they desire because they know what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? They've been created, and that's what we can do every single day. You know what I'm saying? Affirm to yourself. If you think you aren't worthy, which most of us really do think we're not worthy, and that's because of this. We have a struggle complex. I have so much things to talk about. I don't want to make this video too long. It's already 30 minutes. But shit, what was I talking about? What I was saying was, if you believe you aren't worthy, affirm to yourself you are worthy. Because like I said, we are God's source universe. You know what I mean? The energy of God's source universe, the energy that which we came from, is always trying to permeate through us. It's always trying to flow through us. But the thing is, this ego, we're so tuned into the external reality which don't exist, and is the most dense portion of reality which we tune into. We pour our creative energy, God's source energy, into an illusion, and it doesn't get us anywhere. You know what I'm saying? It's so dense here. It is so dense here, bro. What if I told you this reality is an illusion? Everything you see is not real. You know what I'm saying? It's only what you can perceive, and that's true. You know what I'm saying? It's only what we can perceive. You know what I mean? We limit ourselves by telling ourselves we are not worthy. We were born abundant. You know what I'm saying? It low-key pissed me off, because that's what the majority of humans really think, bro. We think that we're not worthy. Elon Musk can have all this money because he a genius. Chris Brown dance really good and sing really good, and he hot. So I'll never be like him. You know what I'm saying? We don't think we're worthy because we don't tell ourselves we are. And we look at the external reality, which we pour all of our energy into, and we see lack. We see and we think that we are lack because we are experiencing the lack. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, reality already obeys us. It already obeys us, bro. So by you telling yourself that you're broke subconsciously, you're going to experience lack. You're going to experience being broke. You're not going to experience being rich, bro. Have you ever heard of that story where, like, if you was to get if you was to win the lottery and got like a crazy amount of money, $1 million, bro, and you're used to having like $1,000 in your bank, eventually the day will come where you only have $1,000 in your bank. It might even only take a year. You know what I'm saying? And that's just as much money as you can conceptualize. So you're gonna burn all that money until you have $1,000. And that's just how it worked, because reality already obey us, bro. If you thought you was really worthy for $1 million, intuitively you would go do things to where you would experience that reality. If you really thought that you were worthy enough to become a singer, dancer, boxer, politician, you would intuitively go do those things that would put you in the position of being a politician, rapper, dancer, donkey, writer. You know what I'm saying? You can be anything you want. Like I said, we are in a constant state of superposition, bro. Superposition. You can be anything you want to. It's just that you keep tuning into the same goddamn thing. I digress. Do not chase your dreams this year. Create them instead. Do not become the person you've always been. Create a new. Create a new, because you have all of the faculties to do so. You are born a creator. We are always here to create, and we do that already. It's like breathing. It's just that we don't know how to do it consciously. We don't know how to do it on demand. You know what I mean? Take it back to that manifestation example. Manifestation is not changing your reality. It's just calling what you already are, you know? So like I said, everything exists. Literally everything exists. That desired reality you have, it literally exists. You know what I'm saying? It's just that your mind, your nervous system is believing and acting and feeling and operating at the same level that you have always been on. And if you keep operating at this level, let's say you get your dream tomorrow, you're gonna self-sabotage, bro. You're gonna self-sabotage, I promise you, because you're not ready. You're not ready. You haven't changed. You're still the same dude. That $1 million is gonna turn into 1,000. You can only experience what you already are. You can only experience what you already are.